Hello, I'm Susanne Forte, and thank you for watching another episode of AroundAPD. In this episode, we're going to explore innovative technology and the tools the Atlanta Police Department uses to fight crime. We'll meet Lieutenant Leanne Browning, the commander of the Video Integration Center. Before we get into the feature story, here are 3 things you might have missed if you're not following the Atlanta Police Department on social media. The Atlanta Police Department honored 82 officers that died in the line of duty during the 24th Annual Police Memorial Service. Fortunately, the department didn't lose any officers in 2014. Bishop Robert Wright of the Episcopal Diocese of Atlanta served as the keynote speaker, and the event featured musical performances from Georgia Tech Chamber Choir and the gospel group Chosen. Zone 6 Assistant Commander Captain Benny McGee saves a local man's life. Captain McGee was attending a community meeting last month when a man had stopped breathing. Captain McGee immediately performed CPR on the 65-year-old man until EMS arrived. The man recovered 3 weeks later and recently met up with Captain McGee and thanked him. Arrest update. The Atlanta Police Department recently captured a suspect involved in the April 1st armed robbery at Augustine's restaurant. APD investigators were able to produce enough evidence to arrest Sean Smith 1 month after the incident. Sean Smith is currently in the DeKalb County Jail on unrelated charges. The Atlanta Police Department currently has a warrant for the arrest of the second suspect, Elijah Jackson. We're here with Lieutenant Leanne Browning, the commander of the Video Integration Center, or the VIC. Lieutenant Browning, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So as mentioned, we're in the VIC Center. What exactly is it, and how is the Atlanta Police Department using it to fight crime?
The Video Integration Center is a center where video feeds come in from both our private sector and our publicly owned cameras. So it is a collaborative effort that began as an idea from the Atlanta Police Foundation and included the mayor's office and the chief of police at the time. So we want to be able to leverage the technology that's already out in our downtown and other areas within our city. And so we bring those camera feeds into one location. And currently we have over 4,900 cameras.
Wow, 4,900 cameras. Is there any plans to expand?
Absolutely. So we have built a system that is scalable. So we can bring in 10 to 15,000 cameras. And that's the goal within the next few years.
And so how are those cameras used? Can you show us the technology and how it's used to fight crime?
Absolutely. So when a call comes into 911, the call taker takes the information and then she hits send. That call goes to a dispatcher for a unit to be dispatched to the location, but that call also comes over here to the Video Integration Center, where the officers up here in the VIC will be able to see the calls that come in. And if it's a high priority call, this officer will click on a hyperlink, and what it'll populate in this screen is the 2 closest cameras associated with that call. If those cameras are city-owned cameras, the second panes will show the same camera views except rewound 5 minutes. Then the last panes are the third and fourth camera associated with that call. And over here to the left, you see the information that the call taker has put in. So she gets to see exactly what's going on with that call.
We learned how video cameras are used to protect the city. What are some of the new technologies that the department is using?
Absolutely. We are currently using PredPol. PredPol is a predictive policing application. And what we do with PredPol is we push our crime data to them every 5 minutes. And what we get in return is boxes throughout the city that indicate where the next crime could possibly happen. So in using that, that's how we direct our resources. We want to be able to prevent the crime from happening in the first place.
Are there any examples or success stories that you can share where the department used PredPol?
Absolutely. We had a location in the city that had a number of car break-ins. And PredPol did indicate that that's going to be a good location for that crime to occur. So one of the sergeants was monitoring that camera that we put in that location where the PredPol box was, and sure enough, at 1:45 in the morning, we did happen to see an individual window shopping in all the cars that were parked at that location. We were able to call in Zone 6. officers, and they came in and they made the arrest.
So again, our officers are using the video and Predpol together to fight crime.
Absolutely.
Thank you for watching another episode of AroundAPD. Be sure to subscribe to the Atlanta Police Department's social media channels to learn more about the department events and happenings.